Okay, so here we have it, guys. This is the NMD dispenser. As you can see, not much has changed. Reject box, 50s and 20s, same configuration there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slide this out now so you can have a better look at the dispenser. Now you can see it still lifts on and off on the side here on the rails.
Alright guys, so importantly you can see what we've done, we've moved the connecting cables over to the left hand side. They run in 3 clips, 2 down the side and 1 at the back, so we've got to release those before we can take this dispenser out. That's the back one gone, 1 at the back, 1 at the front. Now these are the only cables we're going to disconnect. Follow the earth cable round, first of all this green one. We're going to go right into here and pull this spade connector here. Then we're going to come down and take the power to the dispenser, which is this guy in here. And then finally, I've got this multi-core cable that comes down to here. Slip those 3 cables off, tuck them away out the way, and then just lift up on the handles.
But there's a couple of other subtle differences which I'm going to need to show you on the screen. So let's go and log in up on the pin pad. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and log in. As you can see, nothing much has changed here on the front screen, so I want to do a cassette close. So I'm going to go ahead and select 0 for favorites, and then number 1 for cassette close. Okay, here's the most important difference, guys. So you can see that cassette A has now become $20 and cassette B is now $50. Although they are still the same way around in the dispenser, A is 20 and B is 50. Remember, that's going to come in useful shortly. Let's go ahead and close that cassette. Okay, now as we're closing this cassette, what's going to happen here, you're going to get your normal report. We're going to select to print. Nothing unusual so far. It's going to ask, do we want to go ahead? Yes, we do. Alright, now once we've done this, I'm going to hit enter and you're going to hear the difference between this and your existing dispensers. Okay, so what you've now heard is the cassettes are actually being unlocked. You can't remove the cassettes until you've been through those 2 screens. So what we'll do now, let's go down and we'll do exactly that, get those cassettes out. Okay, just before we pull these 2 fellas out, let's go ahead and check the reject box first. Now, you've got a separate handle on here and you've got this little switch here. Turn the green switch round and you can pull the reject box out. Okay, so unlock the reject box. Let's rotate that green lever the same way, lift the lid, clear any we've got in here, and drop the lid back down, let the green lever go, so the lid's now locked. What's going to happen when we put this back in, it's actually going to automatically unlock that lid, so you can slide this fella back in. So locate it on the tab at the back, and push it straight in, and you'll hear it lock. Okay, so as you can see down here, quite clearly marked 50 and 20, but look just here, you'll see that the $50 cassette is your B cassette, and if we come down to the $20 cassette, it's your A cassette. So let's go ahead and take one of these guys out. All we're going to do now, they're unlocked, so we can just pull here and pull that whole cassette out. Okay, so what we've done here, guys, we've used the yellow key on this cassette, so we've turned it to unlock, pushed in the green tab, and now we've opened up this cassette. Now here's the big difference between your old cassettes and your new ones. The old cassette, this was spring loaded, this is the packer plate, this is where the notes are fed from. As you can see, I can move this packer plate backwards and forwards. That sound you heard earlier on was actually this packer plate being wound up against your notes. So when you're loading this, put your notes in, pull the packer plate up manually, close the cassette, make sure the green button comes out, turn the yellow key, and put that fella back inside. You'll hear it being locked into place when you do that. Okay, so we've gone ahead, we've replenished the cassettes. You can see now it says we can remove and replenish cassettes, press enter when done, so I'm now going to hit enter. Now you're going to hear those cassettes locking again. Okay, so you've now heard the round where it's all locked in together. So now it says they're all locked. Let's hit enter, continue. And everything's normal, 50s, 20s, yeah, we're all good there, ticking each box. We're going to put the numbers in, nothing unusual here, guys, everything you do all day, every day. Process is complete. Print that one out, keep it in enter, put it back online. Welcome to the NMD. Done.